brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next.
And I go in with everything I do, so the best I'm giving it.
And on the hill, Brandon Woodruff. How about a scouting report on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy it when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Four-seam fastball, middle inside.
And we're underway here in the home opener.
High outside.
Fouled off left side.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
0-2 now. Got him swinging. One up, one down. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1. Just underway here from Wrigley.
Nope, that's off the plate.
Challenge from behind the dish here. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge.
Low inside.
The 1-1.
Ball.
Sinker. Low middle.
That
That's
one
a ball.
missed.
Sinker. Low inside.
That clips the zone, and the count's full. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's Alex Bregman. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Sinker. Low outside.
Strike 2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. Back here at the friendly confines. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Shota Imanaga. What should we keep an eye on here? Jackson Chourio up now for the Brewers.
Number 11, Jackson Chourio.
And a seed into center. That's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
This is Bryce Terang. In the air, left field. Hat moving under it. And there's one away. Here's Gurriel.
When you're taking your lead over there at first, you've got to be very careful. This guy on the mound's got a good pickoff move.
Runner on the move.
He's in there.
And he's safe. Chourio, the runner at second with one away. And that's in there at the knees.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
The 0-2.
Oh.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Runner at second here, one gone. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Had him out front for strike 3. And now it's William Contreras. Fouled off. He was late. Man at second. On the ground. And that's just foul. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kelly to first. That completes the strikeout. Inning over. Here at Wrigley Field, now the Cubs' four-hole hitter, Seiya Suzuki.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike two. Woodruff measures 6 feet 4 inches, 33 years old. He joined the team as a free agent, making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. Michael Busch in now, takes ball 1 off the plate.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Sinker. Low outside.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Low outside.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. 2 down, bases empty. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit.
Strike! Whoa!
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. And that is that. Back here at Wrigley Field, bottom of the inning, Brandon Lockridge up now for the Brewers. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Ball one there. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. In time to get him. 1 away in the strikeout. And now the first baseman. Hit hard but foul off to the left. And that one fouled off.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. So digging in, Matt Vierling. Hit softly on the ground left side. Sends it across to first, and that'll do it. Back here at the friendly confines, Ian Happ up to hit.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
And Ian swings through.
Well, this can be kind of frustrating for the hitting coach. Right now, this lineup seems to be swinging at everything.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
Low inside.
Sets him down on strikes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. There's a strike.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And a foul ball.
Cutter. High outside.
Popped in the air. Left field. Gurriel takes it in for the out. Out number 2. The batter will be Michael Conforto.
If I'm at the dish right now, I am aggressive over the heart of the plate. This guy's been filling up the strike zone, so you know you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And as nasty as his stuff is, you might as well take all 3 swings.
2 down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Low outside.
Here's the 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Overhand curve. Low inside.
Gets a piece and it stays 0-2.
Low outside.
On the ground to third, and it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Corner at the plate now, and that's strike 1.
Low outside.
Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. On the board first, it's 1-zip. So 2 down. Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. And first offering is fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Low outside.
And a foul ball. He stays alive.
High inside.
Got him swinging. Picks up strikeout number 7. Here at Wrigley Field as we go to the last of the third. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers.
Well, these Brewers definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Ball to strike.
Oh!
Stays alive. Ripped to right, base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Everything came together for him. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Zach McKinstry now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. And a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumping, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Chorio swings through it for strike 1. On a line. That's a base hit. Here comes the runner. But now he hits the brakes and hustles back to third.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Tried to get inside on him, but he was ready for it. Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone.
Now here is Bryce Terang.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Fouls away the first offering.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
In danger of walking in the tying run.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Payoff pitch. Brings it in. Runners tagging from second and third. And he's safe. Great effort, but it's a tie ball game. Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. He's 0 for 1. Gurriel gets a piece.
Yeah, he can move the ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times.
Runner on the go. There's a ball.
That's away.
And that's a stolen base. Not even close. Tap foul at the plate. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Huge strikeout there. William Contreras. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1. And fouled off. Traffic on the bases with one already in here in the last half of the third. Fouls away the first offering.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Inning over. Back here at Wrigley Field, here's the third baseman, Alex Bregman. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
You know, these Cubs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 8. Seiya Suzuki, the next to hit.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Curveball drops in for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch in the outside corner.
Low inside.
Struck him out looking.
Up next to the Cubs, the first baseman.
And here's the first baseman, Michael Bush. Just off the outside edge. Ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
2 down, nobody on. No question about this one. It's out of here. He'll circle the bases, and that's how they take the lead. It's 2-1.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Swanson in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next to the Cubs,
Ian Happ now at the plate. Sliced hard but foul.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
The 0-1. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Throw. Save.
Overhand curve. Low outside.
Hit on the ground to the right side. He'll do it himself. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Ready to go, bottom 4. Stepping in, Brandon Lockridge.
Brandon Lockridge.
Swings and misses. 0-1.
These hitters have been very aggressive early in the count, but when you're down, you might want to be a little more patient. Take some pitches, see if you can extend those at-bats and get some base runners on.
Good job to fight that one off. There's another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Lockridge wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and the strike call will stand. So they're now out of challenges. And now the first baseman, 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Ball.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one close, rule the ball. And that's ball 2. Got him swinging.
The batter, number 8.
And here is Matt Vierling. Grounded out his first time up. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Brings it in for the 3rd out. We go to the top of the 5th. Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly. Yeah, that's fouled off.
Circle change. Low outside.
Now the 0-1. And a foul ball.
Cutter. High outside.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Low inside.
The 0-2.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Michael Conforto will climb in. A double and a run scored his first time up.
No, that's low.
Sinker. Low middle.
A little bit low.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
He swings and fouls one off.
Change. Middle outside.
The 2-1. Way out front for strike 2.
High outside.
Fights it off. He'll see another.
Low outside.
Here's a 2-2. And they'll do it again.
Cutter. Low inside.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Nico Horner digs in now. Right through there for a strike. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Back to the mound. He's got it. Handles, throws to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here at the friendly confines, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Joey Ortiz up now for the Brewers. To third. Bregman handles. Zips it to first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth. Zach McKinstry getting ready to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Ball one.
Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5.
That's a ball.
Pitch misses, and now 3-0.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Pitch is in there. 3-1. Fastball for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Up the middle. That's a hit. So now back to the top of the order.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Caught just shy of the wall.
And he hammered that to straightaway center field. It's a deep part of the ballpark. Tell you what, that wind is blowing straight in. Got to be a big man if you're going to go through the wind of that part of the park. It just knocked that ball down.
Terang, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. Swings over the top of that one.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys.
Runner on the go. Threw it by him. A swing and a miss at the fastball. Here at Wrigley Field, now the number 2 hitter, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one ripped but foul.
Circle change. Low middle.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Low middle.
And he can't make the play. And they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Now it's Alex Bregman, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Foul ball.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Nope, that's low.
Circle change. Low middle. Sinker. Low middle.
The 1-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Fastball. High inside.
Another 1-2. Blows the high heat past him. That's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Digging in, Seiya Suzuki. That one's in there, 0-1.
Some hitters are just more confident. They can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back here at Wrigley Field, well, we go bottom 6. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. up now for the Brewers. And that is out of play.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Now this is a rocket to left. Pulls it in on the run. And there's one down. Now the Brewers cleanup hitter, William Contreras. Just missed.
That's a ball.
And he chases that one below the zone. Makes the catch for the second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Two down, nobody on. And that is cut on and missed. That is strike two.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And he grounds one to the right side. And that chance handled. Gets him easily, ends the inning. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Leading off, Michael Busch. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Swings through that one out in front that time. Up the middle. Terang over to first in time. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the seventh. Dansby Swanson stands in. 1 for 2. Abner Uribe on the pitch here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and he's going to make it to first, and we'll see how they score it. One down. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
In there at the knees. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. 2 away. So up now for Chicago, Carson Kelly. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Daniel Palencia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Number 7 leading things off and takes a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Matt Vierling up now for the Brewers. On the ground right side. Throws to first in time. So up next, Joey Ortiz.
Shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
The Cubbies holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Base knock right field. So the tying run reaches with 2 away. Hunter Harvey into the game.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close.
Runner on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Throw to second. Out of bounds. Safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position. Tap foul at the plate.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out. We go to the 8th. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Michael Conforto.
That's the ball.
Sinker.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Uribe in his 2nd season, 25 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Oh.
4-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Out towards right center field. Lockridge in position, and there's one down. Here's Nico Horner.
Low middle.
Close
No,
one,
that's a ball.
doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Ground ball to the right side. And it goes
Sinker.
just foul.
Inside.
The 1-1. On the ground to the left. To first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
Up next to the plate.
And now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. Fastball is outside.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, guys aren't touched it.
2 down, nobody on. And down on strikes he goes. And that is that. Back here at the friendly confines. On to the bottom of the 8th. Jackson Chorio up now for the Brewers.
Now, this is just par for the course these days. Huge fastballs coming out of the bullpen.
Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
The 0-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Next for the Brewers, Bryce Terang.
Ball.
And
That's a
another
ball.
ball. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. The 1-1. And that one fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into center field. And that puts the tying run on base.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. I can watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a
Runner on the go. Gurriel in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Strike in there. Not in time. He's safe. He caught it behind his back. Nicely done for the out. High leverage spot, and William Contreras digging in. 0 for 3 in this one. The Brewers going with a pinch hitter, Christian Yelich. He represents the go-ahead run. That one is absolutely belted. And that's a foul ball. Now a pop-up on the infield. Swanson settles under it. And that will end the inning. So coming into the game now on defense, Brandon Valenzuela. He takes over behind the plate. Well, 1-run game. Here's the third baseman, Alex Bregman. Nice grab. Fires to first, and they get the out. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Seiya Suzuki. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So the Brewers bring out a new pitcher from the pen, number 52.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And he'll one.
Right through there for a strike. No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Sinker. Low inside.
The 0-2. And that one missing low.
Sinker.
Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Swing and a ground ball. And foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
So up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. Swings and sends a rocket to right. Lockridge on his way over, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Welcome back, and here comes the closer, Phil Maton.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. One-run game, bottom 9. And that one fouled off. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And a 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike. And here's the first baseman. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Got him swinging for the K.
The batter, number
Just
8.
1 out remaining for the Brewers. Matt Vierling up now for the Brewers. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. 2 down, nobody on. And the home team trying to pull it out. Next pitch is outside. They're down to their final strike. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. And your final score here today, 2-1. The Cubs.